Good morning, it's Monday. Welcome to the start of another weekly reading vlog. I finally finished The Year of the Witching. The back of this says fantasy. This is like the lightest fantasy I have ever read. I guess it's because it's witches, which they consider fantasy, but like, I don't know if I do. Anyway, I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I thought that this was a great witch story and also had a lot to do with religion and feminism and everything. I just feel like a little, like, especially the middle was slow, and then there's so much action at the end, and it does kind of set up for the sequel, which I don't think is happening anymore. But overall, I really like this. I think I'm gonna keep it, but 4 stars for this one. Amazing. Okay, so I am starting Echo. This is the pick for the Pyramid Book Club for this month. This is an 18-hour audiobook, so even at 3 times speed, it's going to take me 6 hours, which is very long in my opinion. I like my audiobooks at regular time speed to be like 8 hours, so it's gonna be very long. That's why I'm starting it now. We don't, at this point in time, have a date for the live show or anything, or even sprint. October is a mess. So starting this, I have no idea what it's about. Lexi picked it and I said, okay, let's do it. So I'll let you know what it's about when I know what it's about. I made it 80 pages, which is 15% into Echo. Not much to say yet. This is a full cast audiobook, which is great. I am a little unsure about what's going on. The only thing I truly remember is that there is a One Direction reference in this, which was amazing for me personally. But basically what has happened is there's 3 characters so far. The very first part like ended very abruptly, and then we go to another part where this guy was on a mountain and his face gets very messed up in an accident, and he's telling his boyfriend that it wasn't an accident, and now I'm in the middle of a chapter and it is just a lot going on. So hoping to get to like 30% tomorrow, but we'll see. I have no real thoughts on this yet, so we'll see. Happy Tuesday. I have made it 34% into Echo and it's only 11 o'clock in the morning, so that's good. I have sprints today on my channel later, so I am hoping to get more reading done. What I think is happening is that this main character, Nick, is like possessed by a mountain. This sounds so dumb. And now he's turning into a rock. Let me read you. Okay. Travel journalist and mountaineer Nick Grievers wakes from a coma to find that his climbing buddy Augustine is missing and presumed dead. Nick's own injuries are as extensive as they are horrifying, with his face wrapped in bandages and unable to speak. Nick claims amnesia, but he remembers everything. He remembers how he and Augustine were mysteriously drawn by the Maudit, a remote and scarcely documented peak in the Swiss Alps. He remembers how the slopes of Maudit were eerily quiet, and how when they entered its valley, they got the ominous sense that they were not alone. He remembers something was waiting for them, but it isn't just the trauma of the accident that haunts Nick. Something has awakened inside of him, something that endangers the lives of everyone around him. It's one thing to lose your life, it's another to lose your soul. So like right now, it seems like Nick is turning into a rock. And like, I know that listen, I'm reading it and I'm just telling you about it, but like, I don't know, we shall see. Well, I also have 12.5 hours left of this fucking audiobook. Like, that's too long, man. I made it 54% into Echo, which is really good because this morning I was at 15%. So like, I really put in the time to read today. The thing about this book is that I have no thoughts other than it's too long. It's not really that scary, but I don't know if I'm liking this. It's Wednesday. I feel like I've been reading this book forever because I have. I'm 71% into it. I'm hoping to get to 80% today. I don't know, this video is gonna go out before our discussion, and we don't like to talk about ratings and stuff, but this reminds me of Imaginary Friend by Stephen Chbosky, not in the fact that it was Christian fiction that I didn't sign up to read, but in the writing where like it's a lot of writing and for what? No reason. If I didn't have to do this for a book club discussion like live on the internet, I would DNF this. So that's how I feel about that. I finished Echo. That's all I have to say. I don't know when the live show is going to be. I think it's going to be the first week of November, so stay tuned for that. I am super excited to talk about it. What am I going to read? I think so. I'm reading a book at night for a video that's coming out Wednesday, but I think I'm going to pick out I don't know. I think I'm actually, oh crap, these are both due at like the same time, so I'm trying to get them both done. Be right back. Let me see which one is due first. Okay, so Ring Shout is due back in 4 days, but this is a 6-hour audiobook. This wasn't technically part of my Black Aweenathon TBR, but I just got it and it fits, so I will be reading this today and probably tomorrow. Hi, it's Thursday. I read 3% of this yesterday before, oh god, I'm falling. Before I went on TikTok for several hours. So I am going to read you the inside cover because I don't want to give away a lot of this one again. This is like my new tactic, okay. In 1915, the birth of a nation cast a spell across America, swelling the clans' ranks and drinking deep from the darkest thoughts of white folk. All across the nation they ride, spreading fear and violence among the vulnerable. They plan to bring hell to earth, even Ku Kluxes can die. Standing in their way are Maurice Bordeaux and her fellow resistance fighters, the foul-mouthed sharpshooter and a Harlem hellfighter. Armed with blade, bullet, and bomb, they hunt the hunters and send the clan's demons straight to hell, but something awful's brewing in Macon and the war on hell is about to heat up. So this is a little bit of fantasy, and if you have been here a while, you will know that I don't typically read fantasy, but I am really enjoying this. I went into this knowing nothing except that people are really liking it and that it's pretty short. And also this author was at the book festival that I just went to, and I never had an opportunity to hear him speak. He was supposed to be at that one panel with T. Kingfisher and TJ Klune, but something happened with his flight and he was late. So I am upset that I didn't get to talk to him about this or read this before the festival, but I'm really liking this and I'm hoping to finish this today before I start my first book for Halloweekend Part 4, but I'm really liking this so far. Hello, it is Thursday afternoon. I forgot what day it was. I finished Ring Shout today and I'm gonna give it 5 stars. The crazy thing about this for me is that this is a mix of historical fiction and fantasy, which is like my least liked genres, and I absolutely love this one. Also, besides that, this is one of the best audiobooks I have listened to this year. The narrator of this was amazing, and I'm gonna look up other books they have narrated because I could listen to them all day, every day. So 5 stars for this one. For Halloweekend tonight, I am picking up The Carrow Haunt by Darcy Coates, listening to that on audiobook. I have in real life book club tonight, so I'll be driving for an hour and I'll be listening to that, and then I will hop on sprints and continue that. So it's The Carrow Haunt this week, and then The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware is my bonus prompt. That's an author I haven't read before. So that's my plans for Halloweekend. I also have a video going out next Saturday that I have a book to read for that I have to fit in at some point. So like, you know, just wish me luck. Hello, it's Saturday. I have not updated since Thursday afternoon, I think, but I am like 75% into The Carrow Haunt for... This is a book with a spooky or like Halloween word in the title. The word is haunt. I am really liking this one. The audiobook is really good, but I know that this is like supposed to be set in England somewhere, and the narrator has like an American accent, which is like I'm just like, what? But otherwise, I'm really liking this. I'm hoping to finish it today. I am behind for the first time for Halloweekend because Thursday I had book club and I stayed a really long time. I had so much fun. I hadn't been last month because I was sick. So this month when I went, I like talked my ass off. So that's that. So I'm behind. But I'm hoping to finish this right now. I have sprints on my channel today and then on Erin's channel tonight. So I'm hoping to finish this during the day. And then I'm starting The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. And that is for a new to me author. I have a bunch of Ruth Ware books and have not read any of them. So I'm hoping to do that. So these are my plans for today. I will keep you updated when The Carol Haunt is about a spooky haunted house, and this group of people have decided to stay there for 2 weeks to like study the ghosts and stuff. It's going about as well as you think it would with like a creepy house. It is pretty creepy, and I have been reading it at night, and I am like a baby. But I'm really, really liking this. I'm liking it way more than Ashburn House. This is like what I expected from like a spooky story, and it's really good. Hello, I finished The Carol Haunt. I really enjoyed this, and I definitely enjoyed it more than The Haunting of Ashburn House. So sorry, brain part. But I am gonna give this 4 stars. I feel like towards the end, I was reading along with the audiobook like I usually do, but I was getting a little confused about what was happening, and that could definitely just like be a me thing, be a stupid brain thing that's happening for me. But I feel like personally I was losing the plot, which really sucks. But overall, I'm gonna give this 4 stars. I really liked it. I just don't know for certain if Darcy Coates is for me personally. I have Gallows Hill, which I have on KU, which is great. And I also have, hold on, The House Next Door and The Whispering Dead. So I want to give those a try before I start or purchase any more of her stuff. But I do kind of feel like I am going to try to sell this. I don't know if I would read this again. Like, it has really good vibes, but I just don't know, like, if it was something I would pick up again. Like, I might pick up something else. So I'm gonna try to sell this, but overall a really good time with this. And this was for the prompt of a Halloween word in the cover, and that is haunt. So hold on, I am currently on sprints on my channel and will be starting The Turn of the Key. I have had this like on my radar ever since it came out. I have checked out the audiobook, I'm not even kidding, at least 6 times, and just like always let it expire for some reason. So I am going to pick this up. I'm super excited about it. I think the audiobook is like 12 hours, which is, I think, long. But I will be listening to it at 3 times speed. So I still am behind on Halloweekend, but I'm hoping to finish it like tomorrow night. If not, I might have to go into Monday, but we'll see. Hi, I'm 80 pages into The Turn of the Key. I am really liking this so far. This is a story of Rowan, who was a live-in nanny to this family, and she is writing a letter to like a lawyer explaining her story and how she didn't kill this little girl. Don't know who yet, but okay. So I've gotten to the part where she has gotten the job and it's like her first day, and one of the children was like, don't do it. The ghost won't like it. And I was like, it is a lot of setup, like almost 100 pages in, which is fine. Like, I know there's going to be more plot later on. It's a pretty big book, but it just feels a lot of like, this is the house, this is what it looks like, this, and I know it's like setting up for the rest of the book. And Rowan even says, I know I'm talking a lot about the house, but this is important. So it's like Ruth Ware knew that she was like talking a lot about this house, and it was kind of slow. So I'm liking it. It's a little slow right now, but I'm getting, like, I'm already getting the creepy vibes, which is what I want. I am scared that I'm not going to finish this by the end of the day tomorrow, so I might have to bump it into Monday, which is not what I want to do because it is Halloweekend, but also like life is just really hectic right now and I can't like beat myself up for not finishing a freaking 350 page book in like 1.5 days. So, you know, perspective. It's Sunday. About 2 hours ago, I finished The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. This was a bonus prompt. This was reading a book by an author, new to you author. Anyway, I've just been like sitting on this for 2 hours and I keep waffling back and forth between 4 stars and 3 stars, but I think I'm gonna give it 3 stars, not like 3.5 or anything, just 3 stars because I just like feel like this was very meh. Like the first couple twists were good and I said like, oh shit, out loud. And then I got to the ending and I was just like, all of that for that? Like, so I'm just gonna give this 3 stars. I'm probably gonna sell this. So I am thinking of also selling the Carol Haunt as well because I have that audiobook, and also I have to start paying my student loans again in January, like almost everyone else, and I need money, so I'm just selling like all my books. So yeah, so the 2 books I read for Halloweekend were the Caro Haunt. I don't know why I can't say Caro, and that was 4 stars. And then The Turn of the Key was 3 stars. I feel like this was not a great reading week. I read another book for a video that's coming out on Wednesday, and that was also meh. So like, and then I read Echo. I just feel like not a good reading week. But this is the end of the video. If you made it to the end of this video, please give me a skull emoji for that guy up there, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.